Joining us now is Graham Smith, Chief Exec of Republic. He was arrested over the weekend before being released. Hi, Graham. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Why were you arrested?
It was a very good question. I mean, we were not doing anything wrong. We were going about our lawful business, which they were well aware of, and they simply descended on us, detained us, and then arrested us and kept us for 16 hours. They had said it was to do. The original arrest was to do with being equipped to lock on, which we were not. They then changed their minds and decided there was some kind of conspiracy to cause a public disturbance, whatever the phrase is. But I mean, they were very confused about exactly what they were doing and why. And it certainly appeared, and you can see in the footage how many officers there were there. It certainly appeared to be a premeditated decision to arrest us and disrupt our protest.
But you, in turn, wanted to disrupt the coronation, didn't you?
No, not at all. And this is the point, is that we have had 4 months of discussions with the Metropolitan Police. I have met a Silver Commander, a superintendent, on 2 occasions, face-to-face with his colleagues. We were very clear about our plans, right down to what equipment we would have, how many placards we would have, roughly how many people we were expecting to be there. We gave them a map of where we were going to be, and we had a dedicated liaison officer. We said that we would be using amplification for making speeches. There would be megaphones, there would be chanting, and that we would engage positively with people around us who were there to spectate. And they said repeatedly, right up until Friday last week, that they had absolutely no concerns whatsoever with our plans, and that they would engage with us and ensure that everybody could have a successful day. And the
according to the Reuters news agency, 3 Republican protesters were arrested for carrying paint. What were you going to do with it?
I am not aware of that. That certainly wasn't any of the people in our team. We had 8 people arrested, 6 where the van was and 2 on the Mall. None of them were carrying paint, so I have no idea where that report comes from. We were only carrying placards and other equipment that they were well aware of. And we told them when they approached us on Saturday morning that we had these conversations. I told them the name of the superintendent that I had met. The officer simply wasn't interested.
What did you want to achieve?
Sorry.
What did you want to achieve? Not sure what's going on
Sorry,
there. There you go, you're back again. What did you want to achieve, Graham?
Well, it's protest. We wanted to make it very, very clear that we had this was not representative of the whole country, that there was a clear opposition. This was a celebration of £250 million celebration of a institution that we oppose, and it was in that sense a political event, and we wanted to make sure that the opposition had a very clear voice, and that voice was significantly disrupted, and of course the voices of those arrested was completely removed, and we were not able to do that. This was a peaceful, lawful protest.
Sure. Graham, how did you know it was 250 million quid?
That's been the estimate put out in the media, so you wouldn't know.
No, just one newspaper. No, Graham, come on. Only one newspaper said 250 million, and they've since rode back on it. So let's stay with the facts. We can argue
about the details. No, sorry.
Well, let's stay with the facts, should we? I'm giving you the opportunity to give the facts, so don't just give me wild speculation about numbers.
It's not wild speculation.
It was.
I'm sorry. We've had hours of wild speculation.
Wild speculation. I've done a lot of research into it. There is no way it's 250 million quid at this stage.
It's very easily 250 million pounds. Please don't
talk to me about the officers coming round to your house. Do you want to tell me about the officers coming round to your house?
You know, you've had someone else earlier on stating wild speculation, suggesting there was intelligence.
Do you want to tell me about the officers coming round to your house or not?
I will do, but you had someone on earlier suggesting that there was intelligence supporting the arrests. There was no intelligence supporting the arrests.
Go on, tell me or don't.
Do you want to have a sensible conversation and listen to what I'm saying?
I do, and I want you to tell me about the officers coming round to your house and apologising. That's your opportunity to say how right you were.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You had someone saying that there was intelligence. There was no intelligence. There could not possibly be any intelligence. There was no evidence of any intent or capacity to commit any offence. And yes, the officers came round to hand back my phone and hand back the straps that we had with us, which were not capable of locking on. But, you know, there was no suggestion of any wrongdoing by the 8 people from Republic who were arrested at all. There was no intent. There was no evidence of any intent. There was no evidence of any equipment being carried that would have caused a crime. And we were very clear with the police for 4 months. The details of our plans, and they were very clear to us that
Final question, if I
they
may,
were
because
okay
we're
with
almost
those
out of
plans.
time. What are you going to do next?
Well, we're taking advice from our lawyers in terms of how to respond to the Metropolitan Police, and as soon as we have an opportunity, we will continue to protest where the King is and against the monarchy, because this is something which we have to carry on doing, and we certainly do object very strongly to what we do believe, quite legitimately, is £250 million being wasted on a political vanity parade. And it may have been £100 million, it may have been £200 million or £150 million. But when we're in the middle of a cost of living crisis, to have Charles throw that money away for a pointless coronation is an absolute disgrace. And also, I'd say that Charles has made not one comment in defence of people's liberties. So we will certainly be pointing that out as well.
And indeed, you just did. Thanks for joining us on the programme.